Okay, so hello guys. Today, it looks like I'm going to be doing some game reviews for NCAA men's basketball. I went live the other day. It only got like one view, but it's fine. I'm not expecting to get a lot of views, but I'm just doing it mainly for fun. Okay, let's go to the home. And the first game, I'm probably gonna do is the one that just happened. Here, Purdue, Wisconsin. Zach Edey senior night. Let's see. Oops. What is it? Purdue retires Zach Edey's jersey. Really? I didn't even realize colleges did it necessarily, but that kind of makes sense. So Wisconsin, Purdue here. Let's look at it. More probability for Purdue. I mean, out of the gate, 88.3%. I mean, that's pretty hot. I think really Wisconsin kind of got back at the end. I watched the whole game. Blackwell definitely had a good game. I think they had 3 or 4 threes the whole game. So really that was the main killer, 28.8% from three, and Purdue 50% from three. I mean, this season Purdue is shooting very good from beyond the arc, especially at home. Just a sec. This is the live stream I did the other day. Actually, no, this isn't the live stream I did the other day. This is what I was thinking about doing. So let's look at net rankings, NCAA. Okay, here we go. Okay. So yeah, Houston still number one. Really don't know if I agree with that. Top 16 committee rankings. I don't really know the difference. Purdue number one seed, yeah. See, Purdue, UConn, Houston, Arizona. Arizona lost to USC. It was today or yesterday. I'm gonna do a game review over that. I'm pretty sure. But that is definitely not a good loss for Arizona. You know that makes you think that maybe some other team, like, I don't know. There's not really another team in the region that could be the thing. Like, you maybe think UNC could be a one seed, but they're not really in the region that Arizona is, and that's debatable right now. Because the other ones, Houston, Purdue, and UConn are all pretty much sealed now. So yeah. Anyways, let's get back to the game review now. Really, I think the only reason Wisconsin stayed in this game was because of their offensive rebounding. Sorry about that. That's really the reason that they were alive in this game. I know it looks like that 28-37, but let's look at this offensive rebounding margin. Which 10-10, but I just feel like they got a lot of extra points because of that. So yeah, I feel like that's one of the main reasons. Fouling wise, really, these refs are kind of bad. I mean, I feel like they had bad calls for both sides. I'm not gonna say they're really against Purdue, even though it kind of feels like that. But they also are making good calls for Purdue and good calls for Wisconsin, if you know what I mean. Yeah, Purdue. Also, the turnover margin was a big one. I think Purdue. I think their three-point shooting is really, last year that was one of the big problems. They've really cleaned up this year. They got Lance Jones, he's really shooting not that high from three, probably like 40%, maybe a little lower this season, but I think he still was a lot better. He's a good addition. So, I mean, Purdue now, 3.5 games above Illinois. Did Illinois lose? I'm not sure if Illinois lost. I don't think they did again. No, they didn't. They're at Iowa. That game was great. The Purdue Illinois game. So field goal percentage, really at halftime, this is a lot different. I mean, Wisconsin had a few threes towards the end. That's the only reason they're 5 for 24. I think they were like 3 for 22 or something, or 3 for 21. So they definitely picked that up towards the end. Purdue, 9 for 18 from 3. I mean, that's definitely what you want to see. Free throw wise, Purdue really only went to the line 7 more times and made 6 more free throws. Shot a high free throw percentage. Rebounding, obviously, yeah, Purdue won, but I still feel like the offense rebounding, they could have done better at like just crashing the glass and getting those rebounds, boxing out. Assist wise, 10 assists for Brandon Smith. He's now averaging 7.1, which is 5th in all of men's college hoops this year. That's pretty good. I mean, Wisconsin had 11 steals, really. So yeah, I think that Purdue just needs to clean up some of the little things, like not turning it over as much, and I mean, gotta limit the offensive rebounds sometimes. We got Zach Edey, so we shouldn't be tied at all in offensive rebounds. But rather than that, I think, great game by Purdue, honestly. I think it was like I think it was really a lot bigger of a game, but we put in some of our subs, and then they got that steal, and then maybe another shot. So really, I think it was more like a 12-point game than an 8. It looks a lot closer than it was. But, I mean, Purdue just jumped out to that early lead. Wisconsin kind of pushed them back, but overall, I mean, it's a dub for Purdue. 28-3 now, final on the season. And, I mean, just great job. Okay, so now, let's see how the live stream's doing. No viewers right now. Wait, what? Why is my stream status poor? Oh, sorry. Well, hopefully this isn't a bad stream. I don't want this to be a bad stream for you guys. I'm gonna watch a bit to see. Looks like it's running pretty clean. Okay, well, anyways, I'm just gonna act like the stream's running great. Nobody's even watching, so who cares? But okay, now let's see the UNC Duke game, because that was a game. I mean, I only watched part of it, but UNC, they just hopped, like, they were out of the gate. Were playing great. I mean, they only won 5. So, but yeah. So, Filipowski had 23. Ryan had 31. 8 for 12 from the field, 8 for 18. I mean, I think Duke just got to, let's look at the full box score. I think Duke's really just got to create more opportunities for other people to score more. I mean, they had a lot of shots, obviously, but they just got to get some more, like, good looks. UNC played pretty good defense. In the second half, Duke obviously jumped back, but they still fell short by 5. I feel like the whole game is one of the games that, one team is really in control, kind of like the Purdue game. Honestly, it looked like it was kind of close, but really, one team was in control the whole time, and it was the UNC, and then Purdue really won. I mean, they shot just a lot better percentage. Duke, they gotta hit more threes. I mean, they're on their home court. They shouldn't really be able to complain about that. Rebounding, obviously. Turnovers, I mean, this is 2 games in a row now that turnovers for the better team. Like, I think, honestly, having a decent amount of turnovers, like, isn't the sign of a horrible team. And yeah, like, having, like, 20 30s, obviously is. But, like, I mean, I feel like 15, even. Like, that's showing that you're being aggressive. And, I feel like a lot of winning teams have a lot of turnovers, so I'm not saying it's a good sign, but it's not necessarily a bad sign. So, yeah, it wasn't Duke. Yeah, I'm telling you, they're 70% coming into the game, and I was saying that's not... I'm taking UNC in this game. Like, they're just the better team, and this is kind of how it came out. I mean, Duke, that's a tough loss for them. Yeah, UNC obviously clinched the division with that win, but I mean, there's still the conference tournament. So I think Duke's just got to bounce back. Tough home court loss. And yeah, I mean, Jeremy Roach, Therese Proctor. Yeah, RJ Davis is definitely, I think they just got to get him and Baycott or whatever going. Let's look at who is the leading scorers for this North Carolina team this season. RJ Davis and Baycott and Harrison Ingram. Yeah. RJ Davis, 41.6% from three this season. And I mean, this is a pretty even team scoring. I mean, obviously they have the top. This is kind of like Purdue, Zeki, like their main player. Then they have like their Fletcher Lawyer, Braden Smith, Lance Jones, and then they have like Mason Gillis, and it's kind of like guys who like follow up. So yeah, I really think UNC is probably right there with everybody else to win the national championship this year. Next up, let's do that Arizona game. See what went wrong with them. Okay, here we go. Arizona Wildcats ranked 5th. Tough 13-point loss on the road in where's USC even in? I mean, California. I think they're in Los Angeles. I'm not sure though. Field goal percentage. I mean, the Bronny James girl. He's playing right. I mean, it obviously looked like it was pretty knotted up at first. And then towards the end, USC they got up to a lead, and they kind of just played even and took a little bit of a run, and then it was kind of over. Wow, they played 15. Yeah, this is not a game on their schedule. After seeing like that, they think like USC's not a tournament team. I don't know if they're an NIT team. Maybe they're an NIT team, but this is a tough loss for Arizona. I mean, you think they're probably still gonna be 1 seed, but you never know. Who's ranked 4th? Is UNC ranked 4th right now? Which honestly, I almost feel like UNC should I feel like UNC should be a 1 seed. Like, I know it's not like geographically right. Oh, Tennessee is. That's right. Tennessee. I feel like UNC honestly should be. Tennessee, they kind of struggled early on, but they lost to Kentucky. We'll do a game review on that. Anyways, back to this. I think Arizona, I mean, they just had a bad game. They couldn't hit any shots. Caleb Love, did he do anything really? Marballo, he hit some shots. I think they've got to get him the ball a bit more. He had 28 minutes. Johnson, he hit some threes. Nobody else really could hit threes. Caleb Love over 6 from 3, 1 for 10 from the field. He had 2 points. That's the reason they lost. Like, this kid is like maybe one of the best players on this team. Like, he's an NBA talent player, and he went 1 for 10 from the field, over 6 from 3. Like, that's honestly the reason they lost this game. Like, I don't want to call this kid out, but I forgot he was in UNC. Wow, if the UNC still had Caleb Love, then they could really do something. I mean, he really isn't the best 3-point shooter, so I don't know why he took 6 3-point attempts if he missed all of them. But he only shot 30% last year, 35% this year. But he's just an overall good shooter. I mean, which is 43%. It's honestly not amazing, but it's still pretty good. He's kind of just a leader. He has a lot of talent. He's a senior. He's got to lead this team, and he really didn't lead the team at all in that game. So I think that's really the main reason they lost. Next up is the Kentucky Wildcats versus the Tennessee Volunteers. So really, once again, it shows the shooting. Like, Kentucky, they really dominated, except in the turnovers. Another example of a game where the team that won, they had 9 more turnovers. Like, you just gotta play aggressive basketball sometimes, and that really paid off for them, I guess, here. So, I mean, they shot 46% from the field, 51% from the 3-point line. Wow, he had, how do you pronounce it? Connect. I forget. But I've heard of the guy definitely, but Donovan Connect. Wow, he had 40 points. I mean, that is a tough game. I mean, they were at home. Wow, they were at home, and he dropped 40 points, 4 rebounds, and assist. How do you only shoot 40% from 3? How many shots did this kid take, bro? Holy crap. I'm going to be this whole box score. He take like a lot of shots because he only shot like 40-something% from the field. He shot 29 shots. I mean, he had 40 points, but 15 from 3, 6 of 9 from the free throw line. 4 rebounds. Adu, honestly. Vescovi, he's from Uruguay, I'm pretty sure. He really didn't do anything. That's kind of the reason I feel like they lost this game. I mean, no points. He's a guy who averages, probably like 10 points a game? Maybe 6. 6.8, yeah. So, not the highest, but, I mean, he's still a pretty good player. Montevideo, Uruguay, the capital there. So, overall, I feel like Tennessee still played good this game, They just couldn't really stop this determined Kentucky team who, who's been playing well. I mean, that's their 5th straight win. Second of 2 of those being against top 15 teams in the nation. We're talking about now, like 13. Oh. I mean, yeah, they beat them by 22. I remember that. I mean, Alabama's not that good. They're 16 now, actually. So, yeah. That's pretty much that. We've done pretty much all of the game reviews. I'm actually going to look at some Bronny James stats real quick. Actually, I'm just going to look at USC and see Bronny James. Ooh, SEC tournament. How is South Carolina so good at basketball for women's? It's crazy. So, 14-17, 9th in Pac-12. Statistic-wise, just Boogie Ellis. Why am I following him? I think I've heard of him. Isaiah Collier, Kobe Johnson, DJ Rodman. Oh. Is Bronny not even playing? He's in USC, right? Bron James. Let's go with Bronny James. Wow. I mean, I don't know what to say, but this kid's doesn't have, yeah, there he is. He, 19.4 minutes, 4.8, 2.8 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 27.8 from 3. I mean, this kid will not be in the NBA. Not in the NBA. He's not in the NBA. But I don't know if even his team's I don't know if he's gonna get drafted. He's averaging less than 5 points a game, less than 3 rebounds, less than 3 assists, and shooting less than 40% from the field. Look, in what world is that an NBA player? I know his dad's arguably the best player of all time. I mean, I think MJ is, but we're not going to get into all that. But that's really the only reason it's kind of stupid, honestly. This kid's not good enough. This kid is if his dad wasn't, he wouldn't even be in the conversation. I don't want to say a bunch of bad stuff about him, but he's really not, he's just that good in my mind. I mean, let's look at Bronny. Bronny, 20 minutes. It's kind of funny. He's one of the worst players. I feel they have played 20 minutes, though, because he's LeBron's kid. If they didn't, then LeBron got mad at them. He hit a 3. 1 for 2 from 3. 2 for 3 from the field. 5 points. 2 steals. 1 assist, 6 rebounds. That's pretty good. All of them defensive, but that's fine. A block, 1 turnover, and 3 fouls. I mean, that's one of his better games all year, I think, and it seems like so. And he had 5 points. I mean, obviously he's kind of this like a not utility guy, but it's like guy who kind of comes off the bench and he plays a lot because he's LeBron James' son. But I mean, I honestly don't think I'd hate this kid if he wasn't like getting talked about like as like some generational player, because his dad really, I mean, a lot of people know like he's really not that good, so they might not like draft him, whatever. But here, let's see LeBron James. Let's see Bronny James at 3. Pretty bad quality. That was a Bronny James. Like, see, that was good. That's a good 3. That was. I mean, that looks like a NBA player 3. Looks like LeBron James 3. I'll follow him, see how he's doing. But anyways, probably almost done with the live stream, honestly, today. Nice. The stream status is on excellent. Good to hear. No viewers, no likes. Whatever. That's fine. Oops, don't want to see that. Let's see I'm gonna put the teams in the Big Ten and stuff. Make it down. So, the worst teams in the Big Ten this year, I'm just gonna throw them down the very bad category. Michigan. We all know Michigan's in the category. I'm sorry, Michigan fans. Nothing personal, but it's the truth. Next up, I'm honestly probably gonna put. I think that's honestly Michigan's the only in the very bad category. Like mediocre bad. That's not me. That's like mediocre like team in general. Like in the Big Ten, they trashed. IU and Maryland, honestly, don't think I think Ohio State's in good because they knocked off some good teams. They play pretty competitive basketball, so I think they're gonna put them in there. There's only 5 categories, so obviously Purdue is gonna be the top, and Illinois will be at the top. Honestly, Nebraska, they've had a great year. I gotta put them up here. Rutgers, actually, I'm gonna put Rutgers in. I'm gonna put Rutgers in this category. I'm sorry, Rutgers is not a good basketball team. Penn State's in this category. See some hope in them sometimes, but really not overall. I mean, I could see them beating. I think I could see them beating like Illinois more than like Rutgers. Like if like they had a good day. Like Rutgers. I mean, I feel like if Rutgers were able to beat Illinois or like Purdue necessarily, that's because they had a horrible day. But I feel like Penn State, if they had a really good day, they could beat them. Minnesota, probably with Ohio State in good category. Northwestern, they gotta be up here. Honestly, Michigan State, they've lost like 3 or 4 in a row. I'm not sure if they won once. They might have won since then, but they were on 3 or 4 game losing streak when they played Purdue. So they're down in good category. They've lost a few. Really kind of underperforming this year. Mediocre. I'm probably gonna put Iowa in the same category as Michigan State. I'm probably gonna put Michigan State at the top of the category. Probably like this, honestly. If it's last thing, here, this is gonna be in the order actually. So Rutgers probably better than Michigan. This category probably like that, and then finally Wisconsin. Gotta put them in good. Cause I mean they're like. I was watching the Purdue game. Instead if they beat Purdue, they'd be a 3 or 4, I think. And if they lost, they'd be like a 6 or 5. I think 6 is it. So they lost, so they'd probably be a 6. I honestly feel like they should be like an 8 or 9, but that's not really how Big Ten teams get seeded. So, yeah, that's honestly my list. I think that's pretty good. Oh, didn't realize I was on. Sorry. That's probably pretty annoying. Sorry about that. Anyways, I gotta go. Thanks for watching, and bye.